We'll pretend that didn't happen. We'll go again. What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to our match reaction after Liverpool have beaten Fulham by 3-1, a result that puts us back trending in the right direction. It wasn't a vintage performance. It wasn't the best Liverpool side you're ever going to see, but it was about getting back to winning ways, and we did that today. After going to 1-1, I did worry what was going to come in the second half, but whatever was said, the boys made the right changes, came out, and we got the victory. Great goals today scored by Diogo Jota, Ryan Gravenberch and Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it is very, very much welcomed after what's been a very difficult couple of weeks as a Liverpool fan. Of course, I had the muted button on as well, and I was really happy with that intro. I thought I'd done it quite well as well, so lip readers out there, you will have enjoyed it, but there you go. Barry Taylor said, delighted with that miracle is still on. We'll have to diss our players more often. Endo was miles better in the second half. Gravenberch, bullet from nowhere. Hopefully his Liverpool career will lift off from that moment. Look, I'm just happy that we got the win, and we got the 3 points. I forgot what it feels like to win, said yes sir. Gakpo was so good. Jota scores as usual. This has to be our front three. Feel I'll drop Nunez and Salah in an instant. I have to say, Darwin did nothing again when he came on today. I thought it was a poor showing from him when he came on. Definitely didn't add anything to the calls from to get another start. Oh, Salah looked okay when he came on. But look, first and foremost, we got the job done. Arsenal played yesterday. They beat Wolves by 2-0. Then it was over to us to see if we could do our job today, and we did. And that's, I think, where we got to start off from this point. Thought we would blow it today. Credit to the lads for hanging in there. Just need to keep winning. Arsenal and City will drop points, said the detective. I hope they do, bro. I hope they do. Obviously, I don't know what the future holds for us, but all we can do at this point is start picking up our performances. Let's have a look what our friends at SofaScore rated the players in the game, and they gave Cody Gakpo a score 8.3, Diogo Jota 7.4, Lucho with a 6.7, Gravenberch 7.2, Endo 6.7, Harvey Elliott got a 7. Robbo 7.2, Verge 6.7, Kwanzaa 7.1 and Trent 7.7. So according to SofaScore, the man of the match should go to Cody Gakpo, but of course we want to ask you guys who your man of the match is. So let's get that man of the match poll up. Connor, if you can in the background, I don't know if you can hear me, but I assume you can. Let's get the man of the match poll up. So based off SofaScore, we need to put Gakpo in there, Trent in there, Gravenberch in there, and I need one more suggestion for man of the match, so feel free to, maybe Diogo Jota. One of the Dutch boys deserves man of the match, said the Red Machine. Right, so Connor, let's go for Gravenberch, Jota, Gakpo and Trent for the man of the match poll, I think, please, and we'll then let the Anfield Agenda audience vote for it. Endo, look, I think Endo had a much better second half than he did first half, but I don't think he was that great in the first half, being honest with you. That's just my take on it though, but you guys can have your say. The poll is now up, vote away, and we'll announce the winner at the end of it. Got Cool said, Dom, Nunez, horrendous, Salah bit better, Gakpo man of the match. Speaking of man of the match, I don't know how I'm about to tie this together, but I'm going to give it a go. We are being brought to you today with thanks to our friends at Manscaped. Don't forget, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That is an incredible 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com, be it the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the all-new, Beard Hedger Pro Kit, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, all of that and many more. You can get 20% off and free shipping by using our discount code Anfield20 or by using the link in the description. Or, of course, you can scan the QR code. Right, I'm really sad. Wait, we won. Yes, said Tyler Cruz. Yes, we did win, mate, and it's great to be back to winning ways. I hope that we can finish the season now with a bit of a swagger. Love our Dutch trio, said Vlacky. So all of those who are giving man of the match shouts in the chat, the poll is up, so feel free to vote away, and it is a democratic process here on Anfield Agenda. Let's have a look at this one. So Cody Gakpo, here are his stats versus Fulham. Shout out to LFC Transfer Room for their post on this. He's got 1 assist today. He's got 31 out of the 36 accurate passes, giving him an 86% pass accuracy rating. 2 chances created, 3 out of 4 successful dribbles, 5 final third passes, 1 out of 1 accurate long ball, 10 recoveries, and he won 7 out of his 10 ground duels. Very good performance from Cody Gakpo, and shout out, as he said, to LFC Transfer Room for those stats posted up. Right, let's have a look at the other stats though from the game. Liverpool finished it with 61% possession to Fulham's 39. Liverpool had 14 shots, 7 on target. Much better in front of goal today than recent weeks. Fulham had 12 shots, 5 on target. 7 shots. Oh, I've done that already. 4 corners to Liverpool, 1 to Fulham. Successful passes, Liverpool just a little bit below 650. Fulham at 403. But the most important stat, the only stat, is that in the top left-hand corner of your game today, and that is Liverpool victors by 3 goals to 1. TOTT2KZ1 said, for me, that team today starts on Wednesday, WFM. Oh yeah, Wednesday. Little matter of going to Goodison and beating Everton. Yes. I don't know. I haven't even thought ahead, mate, to know what team to expect then. Am I scared for the incoming game away versus Everton? No, not at all. No, not at all. Just got to go get the job done on Wednesday. Simple as. There's 5 league games left. 5 games left for us in the Jurgen Klopp era, and it's got to start with a victory today, which it did, and then move on to Everton on Wednesday. Gakpo looked amazing, never doubted him, said Raz. I'd take Solanke for Núñez any day, whoever said that. Look, on that, let's talk about Darwin for a minute. It is getting worrying at this point, As soon as he came on today, the first thing he did was run offside. And then after that, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with him. But something needs to change, and it needs to change quickly. I don't think there's even a conversation now that he starts on Wednesday. You can make an argument to put Mo back in, absolutely, but not on Darwin. Something's not right there at the minute. Didn't like Elliott, isn't quick enough to counter-press and cover ground, said Reece Jones. Look, Reece, I'm a huge Harvey Elliott fan, but I didn't think that was his best performance today. I wanted him to get an opportunity from the start, as I did with Ryan Gravenberch. Of the two, I have to say I felt Ryan Gravenberch had the better game and made a better case for the manager to start him on Wednesday. I'd still love Harvey Elliott, but I'm being honest about what I seen today, and I thought, it wasn't as good as we expected, or as good as we know he can be capable of. So, yeah, I think most of you guys in the chat and your thoughts today are pretty much on the money. Right, we are only 118 subscribers away. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, you could really make a man's weekend here by getting us to 257,000 subscribers. Darwin with 25 big chances lost. Don't think so. Well, he had, I think we did the stat the other day, and this was before today. It was something like 7 scored and 32 missed, or something crazy like that. Craig, I'm quite happy with the team selection today, said Emmy. The only thing Darwin did was getting 2 offside, said Mervyn. Do you know what? I'm so happy to see all the love in the chat for Cody Gakpo, by the way. And fair play to him for stepping up again today, because I thought he was brilliant and deserving of his man of the match vote from everybody so far. And actually, let's have a quick look at the man of the match poll to see how it's looking. So, we asked you for your man of the match, and so far with 47% of over 1,500 votes so far, Cody Gakpo is leading the way. We'll leave that up, of course, until the end of the match reaction. You missed my super chat. No problem, Mahmood, my friend. I will scroll back up now, bro. Bear with me. Where are you? There we are. Sorry, Mahmood. So, Nessie said, Salah's form is really worrying me now. I don't think you're alone, Nessie. I think many of us are a little bit nervy about his performances. Mahmood said, why is Núñez smiling and smirking now? He's so poor. Offsides, poor finishing, and no confidence. Did he get Klopp's signature move? I don't know, mate. I don't know. And I want to get behind Darwin. I want to believe he's going to turn it round. But we're not seeing enough to show us that it's coming anytime soon. And I don't take any pleasure in saying that. None. Joanna's other dog said, I wanted Ryan to stay in as he really looked to be building into it after his goal. Did really good work behind the ball. A way to go, but improving. Isn't Cody Gakpo in trouble in his home country for having a rat-infested apartment? There was an article in the paper, and I didn't read the whole article. I'd just seen the headline from it. And, I'm all about being fully open here, and everything is up for discussion in these scenarios. There was a report, and it said Liverpool star Cody Gakpo has been accused of being a neglectful absentee landlord by residents in a string of properties owned by the Dutch ace. That's all I'd seen, mate. But again, like I would say about anything in life, it's easy to throw accusations around, but I don't know what the facts of the case are. So I'm certainly not going to be belittling anybody because of it when I don't have the information. 1 million subscribers and you can move to Dalkey. I wouldn't move to Dalkey, Paul, mate. I like where I live here in Wexford. Thanks for all the news today, said Justin. My pleasure. Lucho on the right wing did a good job, said Amin. How do we feel about that? Do we like seeing Lucho on the right wing? I've been looking for Lucho to get a chance there for a while, and I thought he was a good, energetic performer today, but still lacking that little bit of quality, I guess, in the final third of the pitch with regards to output, but you will always get effort from Lucho. And also, I want to just get your thoughts on a post that was put up before the game as well, that was from LFC Transfer Room crediting Alfie Martinez, that said Luis Diaz wants to join Barcelona, but Liverpool will not make it easy for negotiations. Would love your thoughts on that as well. The whole front three was great, said Naman. Lucho looked good, said Sergu. Salah should be benched for the derby, said Dylan Geary. After today's 3 goals from Coventry, Manchester United have conceded 29 goals in 17 games in all competitions in 2024, quoted Fabrizio Romano. Trent has 100 goals and assists in 305 appearances for Liverpool. That is an incredible stat. Just to confirm that again, Trent Alexander-Arnold, 100 goals, assists and 305 appearances for Liverpool. That is remarkable. Amazing birthday gift for me, my 3-1 win for my 20th, said Jay. Happy birthday, Jay. Much love to you, mate. Who's your man of the match? I think I agree with the chat. I think Gakpo is a great shout. I think he's had a very good game. I thought Endo was very good in the second half. Trent had a good game as well, but I don't disagree with the shouts for Gakpo. Jim Bob said, guys, think we saw... What's this? Gullit Birch today. Gullit Birch. I like that, Jim Bob. Well in. Gullit Birch. Nice. My 20th was yesterday, said Sam. Sam, you never told me the name of that channel, mate. I'm still waiting for the name of that channel. But happy birthday to you yesterday. Why are we always talking about Nunez? Diaz is worse than Nunez. Nah, he isn't though. He isn't, mate. I'm not saying Diaz is up to scratch, but he is absolutely not worse than Darwin has been. And I say that as a Darwin fan. But he hasn't been, mate. He hasn't. Darwin has really been poor in the last few months, if we're being honest. Grafenberg's like, Torre, Craig, he's a regen. Look, I never understood the links with him to Galatasaray, or even the argument or the thought process about selling Grafenberg. He's 21 with his whole career ahead of him and is coming off 2 disjointed seasons. So, yeah, I never understood that want for some fans to get rid of him. Give him time to settle in. Same with Szoboszlai. I'm not going to sit here and say Szoboszlai's had the greatest season ever, but I know what he's capable of and I know what he can deliver, and I think we'll see it as we move forward. Do, by the way, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so, my friends. Welcome along to our match reaction if you're just joining us. Liverpool did turn it round after getting pegged back just before halftime to 1-1 to go on and win the game. Pity Jota hadn't been fit earlier. He oozes class and can sniff a goal, said Michael. Trent was sublime, said Emily. Yeah, look, the range and scale of passing from Trent was extraordinary. And that free kick, if you have not seen that free kick yet, you're in for a treat, my friends. It was absolutely buried into the top corner. Darwin was offside twice, then makes erratic shots, missing the target, said Ty. Szoboszlai's been playing out of position, said Morgan. No, it was Morganski, was it? Yeah, it was Morganski. Sorry, mate. Chat was moving a bit quick there. Craig, is football a bit simpler than it's made sometimes? Gakpo switched to his favourite position and Lucho more energy than Mo on the right. A lot of the chat wanted this. Well done, Klopp, for the changes. Look, there is a famous quote. I can't remember if it's from Cloughie or somebody else, that football is a game that's overly complicated at times, or football is a game that's made complicated by idiots. Something like that. And look, there of course has to be tactical nous to football, but at its simplest, yes. It isn't a very complicated game. And when it's at its best, it's beautiful. But whatever this season brings, and I don't know if we go on to lift the Premier League or not, but, we do need to get more consistency in our performances, because we have been a little bit erratic this year. We've got away with it on occasion, and I'm over the moon that we are still in the hunt. But, we do need to look at things defensively, particularly. We've been conceding too many chances too easily. But look, I'm delighted today. Delighted to get back to winning ways. Craig, thank you for reading my comment first. I've been watching it and made my day. Reese, it's my pleasure, mate. Thank you for watching. You can be critical of Darwin, but close to 30 goals and assists is enough this season for me. He's better than last year. I'm not looking to be critical for any reason, mate. I've no interest in Darwin not succeeding. I want him to succeed. And 30 goals and assists, absolutely, as you've said. But you can't deny what that could have been if he had have been a little bit more measured. But I guess that's what we could look forward to, right? If he can put that together, that 30 goals and assists can become 40, 45 goals and assists. So we just need to see signs that that it's there. And today, I don't think he really did anything that would make us think, okay, he's coming back. He just looked as erratic as he has done recently, unfortunately. And I said, I take no pleasure in saying that. Finally didn't concede early. Trent is back to set pieces and a couple of goals from open play. Feels amazing after a few tough weeks. Come on, you Reds, said Cade. Gravenberg takes care of the ball so well under pressure. Could tell Fulham players were getting frustrated trying to poke the ball off him, said Nick. I agree. I thought he looked very good carrying the ball between the lines. Thanks for content as always, Craig, mate. Up the Reds. Thank you, Lucas. Appreciate you. What did you think of the Manchester United game? Well, obviously, Jacob, I didn't have a chance to watch it live because we were doing the Liverpool game. But, United got through and they will be in the cup final. And the history books will show that they've got through. But it isn't a good look to be 3-0 up against a championship team, pegged back to 3-3, and then get bailed out by a very, very close VAR decision at the end. But ultimately, they're in the final against Manchester City. So let's see what happens there. But I wouldn't be happy if I was a United fan with the way that unfolded. But thankfully, I'm not a United fan. So I just want to see how the last 5 games of our season goes. Craig, did Klopp drop the less performing players, or is he saving them for the derby? I guess, Dennis, I don't know the answer to that, but it is good. Let me try and look at some positives of the changes today. It's good that McAllister got a rest. I think he could do with it. It was interesting to see Gakpo in his favourite position, and we're talking about him being a man of the match contender here. So whatever the reason was, I think Klopp can certainly look at it and take some positives from today, which, I'm sure he will bring into consideration for his team selection at Goodison on Wednesday. Sad to see Darwin's form drop about his future, said Neddy's content. Look, I don't know what the future holds for Darwin, because we know one thing for certain is we're going to have a new manager at the end of the season, and we're going to have a new manager in charge for next season with a different formation most likely, and I don't know how that best fits into Darwin's situation. I don't know if a new manager will be able to spark something in him or find a system that can get more out of him, but I hope we can. I love the content, bro. Thank you for fantastic videos. Ashman, my pleasure. It's great to be here with you guys as always. I think Klopp realised the players were going to be a bit burnt out, said Grim Reaper. So I think what confused a lot of us, mate, was we had an injury crisis. Nobody's going to deny that. But our form dipped off when the injured players started to come back into the team. And that's what concerned a lot of us. It's weird to see your form go downhill after you start to bring back what you would class as some of your senior players. But I'm just glad we got back to winning ways. I was nervous going into today's game. Didn't know what to expect. Not going to sit here and say it was vintage, but I'm happy we got the win. Did you hear the Forest statement? I did. And if anybody hasn't heard it, let me just read it out for you really quick. If you haven't heard the Nottingham Forest statement, it was... Where is it gone? So, Nottingham Forest posted 3 extremely poor decisions, 3 penalties not given, which simply we cannot accept. We warned the PGMOL that the VAR is a Luton fan before the game, but they didn't change him. Our patience has been tested multiple times. Nottingham Forest Football Club will now consider its options. Look, what I will say is, I agree about the standard of officiating. I don't know the ins and outs of Forest's situation there with the VAR, but I do agree that there's far too many appointments that are questionable, to say the least. If Salah goes, will we play like this? Cody on the left, Lucho on the right? Probably not, because let's discuss, say, Amarim as the next coach. We're not going to play with 3 forwards in the way that we do now. We're not going to play the same system. So I don't know what we look like in an attacking sense, because we're going to play more with number 10s if Amarim was to stick to the type of system he currently plays. But what we can say is we've wanted Gakpo to get a chance in what I think we all agree, and he would certainly agree, is his favourite position. Today he got that chance and he took it. And in and itself, I think he deserves credit for that. I know Darwin is very wasteful, but he's been good this season. 31 goals and assists and 32 starts in all competitions. Can be very frustrating though. He has one of the best goal contributions per 90. Yes, and that's a stat that I can't argue with. But I can hit you with another stat that will show you exactly why many of us are very frustrated at his wastefulness. I'm scrolling back through all my stats here to see if I can find the stats that I had on this. Yeah, here we go. Now, this was going back maybe a week, 10 days ago. But for our forwards, big chances versus big chances scored. Mohamed Salah had 15 big chances and 15 big chances missed so far. 15 scored, 15 missed. That is absolutely acceptable for any striker. 1 in 2 big chances. I can live with that. Gakpo had 4 big chances, 9 missed. Remember, this was a week ago. 4 big chances scored, 9 missed. Diaz, 6 big chances scored, 10 missed. Diogo, 7 and 7. But if you look at Darwin, and as I said, this is going back maybe 10 days, he had 7 big chances that he scored from and 32 big chances that he didn't. So no matter what the 31 goals and assist stuff is, we can't just ignore the elephant in the room, which is the sheer amount of opportunities wasted. So I get it. 31 goals and assists is a very good number, but it should have been far, far greater, and our goal difference should have been far, far better. So there is, something in both sets of stats. Endo, Maka and Gravenberch in midfield for the derby, then keep Diaz, Jota and Gakpo as the front 3. Endo, Maka and Gravenberch. Yeah, I like that midfield trio. I don't think that's what we'll see. If I'm being really honest with you, I think you're going to see Endo, Maka, Szoboszlai for the derby, but I don't disagree with you on the suggestion, for your midfield 3. Emily said 32 is shameful. Somebody needs to knock some sense into him. And again, that's big chances. Like, that's not any old random. That's 32 that were at least a decent shout for a goal scoring opportunity. Can we talk about Endo today, said Footy Girl. Absolutely. I thought for Endo it was a bit of a game of 2 halves. I thought he looked much, much, much more like himself in the second half, Footy Girl, than in the first half, which is good. Because I was a little bit worried about his form dipping a bit, but that second half performance I was very happy with. By the way, 92 subscribers to go. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, it really would help us out. Help us get to 257,000, 91 now. Totally agreed, said Footy Girl. Coventry got robbed. It was a really tight call, Grim Reaper. Or not Grim Reaper, sorry, Beteam. Really tight call. And look, it is what it is. It's not going to be changed. Would have been a great story though, right? If they had to turn it around to win 4-3. David said, great show again. Thank you for this. What would you say to Jota, Darwin up front? Jota would assist Darwin really well. I can only be honest, right? I have to be honest. I don't want Darwin starting for the remainder of the campaign. I I take no pleasure in saying it. None. Zero. But there's no wiggle room now. We can't afford to be wasteful. So we need to just start who's in form. And we need to play with those who are showing up. And Darwin will always put in effort. And he'll always run the hard yards for you. And he'll always be a menace. But 5 games to go. We need to be perfect. I think we got to play the percentages now. And play with the players who are performing. I've got to be honest. And I don't see Darwin in that. And I don't see Salah in it, if I'm being really honest either. But Salah I have a lot more leeway with. Because, you know, we've a great body of work of his over the course of 7 years that show us what he's all about. Is it true that Galatasaray are keen on Gravenberch? Yes, 100% that's true. I don't expect Liverpool to sell him. At least I hope we don't. But there have been many articles written about that interest, yes. Thoughts on Kwanzaa today? I think he did well. Nice recovery for him. I thought Ibu would look shaky in recent weeks. So, yeah, I thought Kwanzaa did okay today. That stat you're repeatedly quoting is false and from an unknown source. Well, firstly, it isn't from an unknown source. It's from the Under Pressure podcast, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is part of the Anfield Index podcasts. And if there's one thing I would say about Anfield Index is they know what they're doing. They're a very, very good outlet. They make very good content and have very good people working for them. You know? So it's not from any old random shite, mate. It's from somebody that knows what they're on about. So, you know, I get that you want to back Darwin and all, but I'm not just pulling this out my backside for no reason. You know, I'm trying to be fair in my analysis based off the numbers. So, I get it, but again, don't shoot the messenger. Ryan Gravenberch, appreciate the greatness at Casper's photography. Personally, I prefer Darwin as a winger. He just looks more comfortable. It looks like he needs more space to operate in. And when he's in a wide area, I feel like he has more space to operate in. But if somebody plays with a deep defensive line and he has no space to operate in, I find that Darwin can become very ineffective in those situations. Do you think we rush the injured players back? I don't know the answer to that, George. Because I obviously I don't know the medical prognosis on the players at the time, and I wouldn't be qualified to talk about it anyway, so I don't think so. I hope not. Excuse me, bit of a hiccup. Did you see Jose Mourinho watching the game? I didn't see him on the screen, but I was told he was in the crowd, yes. Don't worry about it. He's not going to be the next Liverpool manager. I think the Liverpool board told Salah he's no longer required and will be sold. It's the only conclusion I can think of for him downing tools. So, I'd never accuse Salah of downing tools. I just wouldn't. If there's one thing I will always say about Mohamed Salah is he gives his best. And I'd never accuse him otherwise. Ever. I think he is a professional and I think he's trying. I just don't feel like he's in good form. Don't know. Can't speak as to what the board are going to do. I've given you my own take on it as I would cash in this summer because of the contract situation, but I definitely never accused the man of downing tools. I feel Elliot, Gravenberch and Gakpo don't get the credit they deserve sometimes. Look, I tried to give Elliot loads of credit, Alex, and I'm one of his biggest fans, but I did think it was an average performance today from Harvey. I think he could have been better, but look, it doesn't really matter, right? We got the job done, and fair play to Jurgen for making the changes, because the last thing I wanted to see today was the same team put out again and us to have the same problems that we've had in other games. So grateful for the victory, grateful for those players getting the chances, delighted for Ryan Gravenberch to get his goal. Trent's free kick, wow, I can't wait to sit back and watch that on Match of the Day 2 tonight over and over again. And yeah, look, I'm happy, just happy with the victory. Right, let's have a look at the Man of the Match poll and we'll see who was voted. We're nearly at 3,400 votes, by the way, and I only need 79 more subscribers. So if you guys haven't subscribed, please take a second and hit the subscribe button. But with almost now 3,400 votes, your Anfield Agenda man of the match with 44% of the vote is the Netherlands' Cody Gakpo, and I think you guys made the right choice. I think he is the man of the match today, and I'm delighted for him. Delighted for him to come back in and perform as well as he did. So, well done, Cody Gakpo. Great to see Trent today as well. I thought he pulled the strings and his goal was quite exceptional. Delighted for Diogo as well. The assassin, the fox in the box, whatever you want to call him. And defensively, look, if we can shore it up, I'll always back us to score a goal or two in a game. So if we can sort out our defence, who knows? 5 games to go. 5 games left with Jurgen Klopp as Liverpool manager. And here's the 5 wins. Here's hoping for 5 wins. So look, I'm going to go record the player ratings video. I will be back at 8:30 for a late night agenda tonight. You probably won't get a notification for it because we probably used all them up. But I will be back at 8:30. So I hope I can see you guys there where we can go through this in more detail and try and figure out what we look like maybe against Everton on Wednesday. If you haven't subscribed, please do before you head off, and keep an eye out for the player ratings video, which is going to be dropping in about 20 minutes time. Much appreciation to all of our moderators, our chat, of course to our amazing sponsors Manscaped. Don't forget you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That is 20% off and free shipping on anything on the Manscaped website using our QR code or the link in the description and putting in the code Anfield20 at checkout. Much love, my friends. I will catch up with you at 8:30. Until then, bye-bye.